Of course, we have to talk about that outfit. That shirt, those shorts, the boots. Hi everyone, and welcome to Elle of Lore, where I overthink everything, especially Gilmore Girls. Recaps of the show exist everywhere. This isn't that. But this is my way of talking about the show. My version of pausing, rewinding, and spiraling, all while asking the questions I've had while watching. Some silly, some serious, but all of this is always just for fun. Full disclosure, Gilmore Girls copyright is intense. I own nothing, but that's okay because this is my Glitterverse. Basically, the inside of my brain. There'll be pictures and some clips, a visual podcast, if you will. I just like to talk. A lot. And talk fast. So if this sounds like your kind of vibe, let's question Season 1, Episode 2, The Lorelai's First Day at Chilton. Right at the start, I have to ask, where did the idea that private school girls are bad girls even come from? This is something I hadn't thought much of, but of course now I can't stop thinking about it. There's music video stereotypes with schoolgirls, and it's a thing that is unfortunately common in adult videos, but this additional layer of red nail polish.
And bad girls always wear red nail polish.
Did that, in this moment, come from cruel intentions? I have to wonder. But let's pause. I need to talk polish for a second. There's a deep, rich history to red nail polish. I've done a deep dive on Chanel's iconic vamp polish before, but this red is a true red that Lorelai's painting on Rory's toes. And if you're wondering, it was never ever officially confirmed what the exact polish was, but this is something I like to do when I'm watching, well, anything really. If they're using a cosmetic product, I like to see if I can identify what it is. If I had to make a guess on this one, I would say it's I'm Not Really a Waitress or Chick Flick Cherry, both from OPI's Hollywood collection, which came out in 1999, so the timing fits. Okay, moving forward. This outfit. This was it. There was not a single other option. Every time I watch the show, I wonder, how? How is this the only thing left in Lorelai's closet? Look, I love it. This is the same vibe as Sandra Bullock in Practical Magic. But you mean to tell me Lorelai didn't have a pair of jeans she could pull on? Not a single pair of pants? Yes, the cute little suit was at the dry cleaners. But there had to have been something, anything else, a different pair of shoes even. Why cowboy boots? She even later mentions a washing machine to her mother. I can see why Emily wanted to buy Rory a ton of clothes after seeing what Lorelai showed up to Chilton wearing. Anyway, we are out of the house. It is before 7:30 in the morning, and there's a lot of people out and about in Stars Hollow. The population is under 10,000. Why are there so many people? I feel like there's always so many people in the background of every single scene, and I'm always wondering, what are they doing? And there's a lot of students around Chilton too. How big is this school? How many students are enrolled? These are the things that I wonder about. What do you know? And speaking of Chilton students, we hear about Ian Jack, the Chilton dad's, his daughter, Julia. Why don't we ever meet her? That would have been a fun little layer to have had her be one of Paris's minions, or maybe she's someone that could have become a friend, or an ally even. I think it's a missed opportunity. But anyway, it's really funny to think about Lorelai turning down Ian Jack, the Chilton dad, when Max Medina happens later, isn't it?
Well, I'm not on the PTA.
Oh, see, there you go. I can't date anybody not in the PTA.
Now, I already know the answer for this next one, but I'm going to ask anyway. Why didn't Emily tell Lorelai she'd be there? Old friends and all, yes, and of course it's Emily making sure Lorelai knows her power and influence, and as Lorelai says later, she just knew she would sleep in and wear something embarrassing.
Wow, she's good. She's the best.
Anyway, this whole interaction makes me wonder how much easier this experience would have been for Rory. If the Gilmores knew she was applying to Chilton, things definitely would have been smoother, right? Right. And Rory, she wants to be Christiane Amanpour, and she does tell us why.
Travel, see the world up close, report on what's really going on.
But where did these aspirations come from? I feel like we're told about them, but never really shown much to prove why she wants to live this life, the journalist life. Did she ever do any kind of investigative work or reporting for Stars Hollow High? Her extracurriculars are mentioned as being thin, so nothing with the Stars Hollow Gazette. I just can't picture Rory as an international correspondent in war-torn countries. Her love of reading makes it feel like that could translate to writing, but is it only assignments for now? And did she truly not know about the Franklin, the Chilton paper? Or was Paris right when she called out her so-called innocent act? So many questions about this. I would just love to know how Rory got to this place with her career dreams, because I do sometimes think about what it would have been like if she had different ambitions. The what ifs and whys are a world of their own to explore within Gilmore Girls. And speaking of what ifs, Headmaster Charlton says
Failure's a part of life, but not a part of Chilton.
So what if Rory had failed? What if? An alternate universe I've been thinking about for a while and will be talking about in the future. I definitely want to do as many videos as I can talking about the what ifs and the alternate universe possibilities for the show. There's just so much to unpack there and so many little things that you could change that would change so much of the show, or would it change anything? It's just such an interesting thought experiment. I just love the universe that the show is in. Anyway, Paris. Why did Paris need to find all those details about Rory? Someone commented on my previous video where I was questioning the pilot and suggested that maybe this is a thing Paris does. Intimidate kids and force them out. And that's how Rory got her spot in the first place, which I can absolutely see Paris doing. I can see her having to pick off every single person who could even be remotely threatening, or even just because she can. And then there's Tristan. Paris wants Rory gone and Tristan wants Rory? But it's just a game to him, right? Or is he actually immediately interested? I really just thought that he wanted to prove he could win the Mary. It never felt like something that was actually a genuine interest at first anyway. I'm curious to hear everyone's opinions on Tristan, that's for sure. And next, just a little continuity thing. I feel like when you've watched the show so many times, you pick up on these whether you want to or not. But Muskie's, the place that Lorelais says she'll send the man's car to, that becomes Gypsy's or Hugh's brothers, right? I just need external validation. Speaking of, back to Paris. The moment where she refuses Rory's help with fixing her project, I am obsessed with why. Ego, pride, another move in Paris's chess game. Rory tried. And tried. This was an early chance for alliance and maybe even friendship. Instead, Paris shuts the door on the possibility like Rory was Diane Keaton in The Godfather. Paris-Rory dynamics are endlessly fascinating, slightly terrifying, and completely mesmerizing. Let's not forget, this is just episode 2. Episode 2! The foundation for delightful psychological warfare is being laid right here, and we're all invited to take notes. Hello, Sean Gunn. Our trusty DSL installer, Mick. I know there are a lot of theories, but I don't think Mick was ever meant to be related to Kirk. The idea that he's one of Kirk's mysterious siblings is a fun headcanon, though. Do you love the Kirk cinematic universe? Honestly, I feel like opinions on Kirk say a lot about a person, and there could be so many questions to ask about Mick, too. Where did he go? Did he also have a million jobs? What if we got a film by Kirk that starred Mick? Possibilities are endless. And finally, we have a cute little Lane outfit change moment. I love these. I wonder if Lorelai buys fun clothes for Lane to wear when she's hanging out with them. She seems like that kind of mom. Was the sweater Lorelai's? It doesn't seem like a Rory sweater. I think Lane's taste reflects more of Lorelai's taste, which is so interesting. You can see how Lorelai is like a second mother to her. Wait, is that why Lorelai doesn't have extra clothes? Because she's given them all to Lane? Or is that why she has extra laundry? Because Lane is also wearing her clothes? See, there you have it. I have solved it. Anyway, this is why it's fun to question this show, because you never know what other ways you can think about things that happen. And these are just some of the questions that haunt me. I am aware that most of them don't matter. I'm also aware that I will continue to think about them anyway. If you have your own questions about this episode, or actual answers or theories to any of mine, please drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and spiral along with me, and make sure to let me know what kind of Gilmore content you would like to see. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
You're feeling pretty good about yourself right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get you a mirror?
I'm back. Let's go.